Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nerdy and Proud. Joining me today are a few of my guests, as well as a brand new host.
Marty.
You sound so dead inside. I'm so glad I asked you to be my co-host.
Oh, I'm really tired, man. I actually am excited to do this. It's really cool.
All right.
Besides me, we have Jake
and Michelle.
And today we are going to be talking about reboots. This is not going to be just specifically for anime. I know a lot of animes have been getting reboots lately. We're also going to be talking about superhero movies that are getting reboots and have had reboots in the past, as well as, more for anime, just second seasons, like what we think deserves a second season. So let's just start off in the real world. Not really real world, but let's just start off with Spider-Man. Live action works too. Those words work as well. They just didn't come to me.
The Spider-Man sequels are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, which version of the Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire's rendition or Andrew Garfield's?
I didn't really hate the Andrew Garfield version.
Yeah.
Right?
The one with Jamie Foxx, that one kind of threw me off a little bit. With
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. That one I don't know.
I think Andrew Garfield.
Andrew, yeah.
Andrew Garfield's really good Peter Parker. Spider-Man, he's pretty good, but I thought I love Tobey Maguire. I think everybody does. But Tobey Maguire, the first Spider-Man was good. The second Spider-Man was better. The third Spider-Man ruined me kind of too. Why would you see Spider-Man?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah,
There's like
whatever.
6, and then they kept the content.
Right,
Yeah, because with Tobey Maguire, the director took a big risk because he was actually considering Leonardo DiCaprio for the role of Spider-Man first. I'm not joking. This is why the two of them are best friends. If you guys didn't know that in real life, yeah, Toby and Leo are like best friends in real life. And so Leo was up for the part, but then he was just like, I don't really see myself as like a superhero, and especially like Peter Parker. And so he went for, he gave the role to Toby. He was just like, hey, you should audition for this. You love superheroes and whatever, and I think you'd be great in this role. And the director was like, sure, let's go for like this lesser known actor and really not your typical like punk actor for as a lead.
Honestly, I kind of like James Franco as what is his name? Harry Osborn?
Harry, yeah.
Yeah, and even Willem Dafoe as Mr. Osborn. They did very well in the movie. But like once you got rid of them, like even Spider-Man 2, so like Doc Ock is the main villain in Spider-Man 2, along with the goblins. What do they call them?
The Goblin.
Well, the Green Goblin came into it. It was like.
Well, what is he? He's
He's the son. So it goes from the Green Goblin, who is Osborn, and then it goes down to the Hobgoblin.
The Hobgoblin,
who is his son. But I like how they kind of played it. The Hobgoblin didn't really come to effect until the third movie when he started doing the attack.
Which
but
was.
You saw the psychological stuff, and they ruined it with the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, I feel for the third movie with Toby, I thought they just packed too many people in it. Because the way they got rid of Venom, I thought that was very lame and anticlimactic. Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna make some bell chime noises and kill my foe.
And they did the same thing with the second Amazing Spider-Man. They just tossed too many villains into it that just saturated.
You see, they were already in contract for, I think, a total of either 4 or 5 movies with Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker reprising the role. I thought that they could have definitely spread out the enemies. I didn't feel like they had to be... I feel like because the first movie was so successful, they wanted to be like, all right, now how do we top that? Let's just jam a bunch of villains, introduce them, and that way we can set it up for the universe. But exactly.
Well, now Spider-Man's been, I don't know if he's been bought back by Marvel.
No.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's coming home.
Yeah?
He's going home to Marvel.
Nice. But he's going to be in the new Civil War. I'm really excited about. A little sad about because he's going to be taking over the parts of Black Panther, who had a lead role in it. I don't know if you guys ever read the comic book.
No, he's in it.
He's in it too, but Spider-Man played a huge role in Civil War, which is why when he got back, it was great. But it is stepping back to that now Black Panther was supposed to have a movie before Civil War is being pushed back, I think, 8 years now.
Oh, that, yeah. I thought you meant in the actual storyline. Well, here's the thing. For Civil War that's coming up with Peter, Spider-Man played a huge role because of the identity thing.
Yeah.
Like, he revealed that, but now in the, I'm kind of disappointed that they took away from that, so it's not going to be like a surprise. Like, we know who Iron Man is, we know who Captain America is, we know who they are because we've seen their side of the story. And there is also talk, now that Spider-Man is back in the Marvel Universe, he's back home finally, there is talk that they're going to have kind of a reboot for his movies, so, yeah.
But I mean, I'm not entirely, like, sad by that. You know, I kind of like the fact that they're going to bring Spider-Man in. You're going to have no idea what type of character Spider-Man is. You know, he's just going to join the movie, and he's going to do his own thing. And then they're going to give him an origin movie after you kind of get inside of his mind. Like, I'm not entirely sad by that, you know? I'm okay with that.
I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes, you know, for a long time. So when they did ruin Spider-Man with Spider-Man 3, it kind of broke my heart. And then they brought it back and made it good again, and then broke my heart again. I don't love Spider-Man.
I don't get it. Borrow now. Spider-Man 3, I thought was very entertaining.
Yeah?
The Sandman was unbelievable. I thought the Sandman was so sick, the way they tried to break him down so many times, and he would just keep coming back. He could form a fist into sand, you know?
The fights were cool, but the story just didn't.
Oh, yeah, the story was horrible.
Yeah.
It was entertaining as well. Like the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
There's 7 Fast and Furious movies, and like, how do they keep coming out with more? They're just entertaining. The storylines are terrible.
You just put brand new cars in it. Just like,
Yeah.
they're racing. Like, so what's the
No,
difference?
not
What's the
even.
difference?
They don't even race, man. They raced in the first one. That was really the only time they really raced.
Well, that's a
And
good
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
I did like that.
That's a good segue into another reboot I want to talk about is Mad Max.
Oh yeah.
Mad Max Fury Road was incredible. I love it. It had no story at all. Like, you had to, like, search for that story. But it was a good movie.
Very appealing.
Oh, it was incredible.
It's like, that's the difference I feel like between like just like a casual watcher and like, you know, somebody who's on the media side of it, you know. That movie won all those awards strictly because of its editing style, you know, all the color grading, all the color corrections, and like you could really appreciate that movie. But like if you're watching that just for like a good movie, you know,
It's still a good movie.
I mean, I'd agree because like I saw everything, you know, in that movie. But like just to watch it for the story mode, the storyline, you're kind of like, well, it was okay. And like I don't know if they're gonna make a sequel like the Mel Gibson one. I mean, there was up to Mad Max 3 with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
But like I'd be on board.
If they can make it so that
amazing.
it builds on the character development, it goes along because they went into that movie assuming that everyone saw the first 3 movies.
Yeah.
And that was the problem.
They assumed wrong.
Yeah, there's so many people in our generation that have never seen it before, you know? And I think that's the problem with it. That's a lot of problem comes with a lot of reboots, you know? We assume it's happening. That's why the Superman movies are never good, you know?
But it's also a lot of Batman movies get a lot of reboots and different actors playing the role. Yet that's one that's done successfully, unlike Superman.
Well, they don't try to pack too many people into it. You know, Superman. I never really found myself intrigued by Superman.
Well, that's because in a lot of the stories they do change how he got his powers. Or really, like
Stick with the one
Superman,
line.
yeah, like I think.
There's always been King Alien for different world impressions.
Yeah, no, but in Man of Steel, it says like, oh, because of our atmosphere, you have. Oh.
It's because of the atmosphere and that the sun.
They made it really complicated.
They changed it around and they explained it wrong, but the way it works is that because the atmosphere on
It's different.
Krypton is different than Earth, he grew up struggling.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's trying to grow from Florida and then get thrown into the gun and adjust. And that's basically what it was about, is that as a kid he adjusted and that's why he's used to it. But because the atmosphere is so different with his different molecular structure, that's why he has all the powers. And when Zod comes down and just comes in as an adult, it's harder to adapt to it.
Yeah, well, the way they explained it was very confusing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And like the way they dragged out that movie just proves how much I was really paying attention to it. For me to remember those details, because that movie added like an extra, I don't know, let's say hour to the fight scenes.
I like the fight scenes though. It was the first time that Christopher Nolan did the movie, right? It's the first
Well,
time
he
he did. But it's the first time it was in a realistic, quote unquote, superhero movie. They added in CG fights. I thought they were pretty good. You know, to see them flying through the air and hitting each other. You've never seen that in a movie, and they did it, in my opinion, fairly well.
But personally, I think that, you know, kind of like why Jurassic Park's successful, and this last one kind of like I thought stunk, but was like the real life aspect to it. The way they did Star Wars kind of this time, you know, even though the last time, all the miniature sets that they built, and then that's when you make it like a real life motion picture rather than just CGI. I think bringing it along the lines of like how Batman does it, like you can't really CGI too many things because he's not going out of his way to be over exaggerating. Like they made the car, the flying, the copper that he's got, you know, all that stuff that makes it more real. like as visually, I feel like makes the movie a little bit better in my eyes.
And that's one of the reasons I actually Mad Max Fury Road won all those awards.
Yeah,
it was almost all practical.
It was 100, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, maybe like 98% practical.
Well, they had like 100 and something like stunt guys.
Yeah, all those cars you see on the road, that's actual stunt cars.
They were built to break in half, all that stuff, man. Like
really
the real
cool.
fires and everything. The flaming guitar was real.
Yeah.
Besides the woman getting run over. The pregnant
Yeah.
woman getting run over.
Let's hope that's not real.
I took it to a whole other level of real.
Yeah, that was. Spoiler. If
did
you
it.
haven't seen it, shame on you.
Yeah, seriously, it's a great movie. But
And like, hold on, I'm sorry, I was gonna say something about like, because you said like they wanted you to watch the first 3 Mad Maxes first before seeing this.
Right.
I feel like with the Spider-Man, bringing it back to Spider-Man now, that's kind of what Marvel says. You've seen the last 5 Spider-Mans. We don't need to catch you up on Spider-Man. You know what Spider-Man is, what he's about. But we'll throw him into a movie and then we'll give him an origin story. Maybe not an origin story, just like picking up where
Just his own solo movie, just to be like, hey, here's the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's back now. We can do it better.
Right, exactly.
it's one of the reasons I think Batman vs Superman isn't going to go well because they're doing.
Is it because of Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck I think is going to be an incredible Batman. I think Batman so is horrible because he's going to be telling the same story of how he became Batman, but in a different way. From what I've seen inside the trailers, it looks like someone's going to die in the whole Metropolis crash, and then he becomes Batman, which makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense to me either.
If that
But
happens, that.
I'm not gonna like it if it happens that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're doing what a lot of sequels have done, and that's what causes them to fail. They're packing too many people in, but they don't have like a series or origins already established. It's kind of just like because Wonder Woman's in the trailer, and they're kind of just like they throw her in last second, and then it's like.
why
We're
is
kind of
she
fighting here. You're not in the title. All right. If your name isn't in the title, this isn't your movie. Goodbye. We'll save you for another
That's the
thing.
problem. They're not only having Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, having Aquaman and Flash and Cyborg. Wow, there's so many superheroes that kind of come.
And Lex Luthor
almost
as
guarantee-
Jesse
and
Eisenberg.
Doomsday. It's going to be all in the last act and trying to make anything at all.
The whole thing with me is that, I think that Marvel, as you know, has had so many successful movies. I think DC is like, well, guys, like, what are we doing over here? And now they're trying to catch up, and they're going to try to catch up too hard. Because I think that the Batman vs Superman is going to be the worst movie since Son of Mask, and it's going to be awful. Them trying to catch up really fast, it's not going to be good. It's going to be atrocious, and they're just going to keep pounding out movies because they're DC comics.
However,
No, I'm saying, just thanks, man, for DC. Like, thanks for trying.
I get it.
A plus for effort.
However, I feel like they're actually going to be successful with Suicide Squad because
Yes.
that has a set amount of characters, and they're not just like randomly adding in more as the trailer gets closer and closer to its release date. They're just keeping it consistent. They're just bumping up the trailer with the recent one that they had Queen as the opening song for Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought that was an awesome trailer. Oh, you guys gotta watch it. The way they tell it
Yeah,
is just
so good.
it's so artistically done. And I feel like that's for DC. If anything, like just forget your heroes because Superman is like being destroyed one by one. You haven't They tried Green Lantern, and then Ryan Reynolds just like was like, I'll never do it again.
Yeah. He's a better Deadpool.
Yeah.
But
He's in the right family now.
I don't think Green Lantern deserves a reboot. I don't think
He doesn't. Well, it's funny because
Powers
powers are cool, yes, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can stand alone because it's just too much CGI is needed. It's just too much. Like people are gonna be like, "That's not real. That's really fake."
What about
Whatever.
Aquaman too? Aquaman's about to be all CGI.
Yeah.
You know? It's gotta be underwater all the time.
Unless
It can be done in real life.
he's gonna be trained to breathe underwater the entire time.
Yeah, I mean.
Interesting fact though, for Green Lantern, Jack Black was actually up for the role of Hal Jordan.
Really?
Yeah, originally before they.
Oh,
I thought
hilarious.
I thought that would have been funnier, but then they went with They saw Ryan Reynolds audition, and they're just like, hey, actually, we're gonna go with him. We're gonna go with someone who's like more sex appeal.
Did that come out before or after X-Men?
That came out. Yeah, I think
Because
I think so.
because that's when he plays Deadpool right now. It's
Yeah.
the first time ever, and that's when you're like, oh man. Like,
Yeah.
he has to be Deadpool. He's like the perfect character. I think before that, Ryan Reynolds was trying to get his hand in the whole superhero.
He was
role.
trying, yeah. You gotta start somewhere, so, and that's where Ryan Reynolds got his. Yeah. She went to Marvel and be like, forget everything.
Yeah.
I'm your Deadpool.
I don't know if you guys know this. I found this out today, but apparently they're making a Rush Hour TV show. Yeah, dude. You know the old Rush Hour?
What?
With,
Yeah, but like
Jackie
what?
Jackie Chan and
Chris Tucker.
yeah.
What channel?
But it's basically going to be a remake of the entire movie, but in a TV show series.
That
It's gonna
could be good if he.
Right?
That could be good.
It's
It's
going
not
to be
gonna
on
be them two, is it?
no, it's going to be CBS on. No, it's not going to be anyone from the original cast.
I would imagine it's kind of been on.
Yeah. It just
How old
it's
is
going to
Chris
be
Tucker?
with, but
True.
but I think that could go either way. It could be really, really good, really bad.
Could be a few seasons, but I don't know.
They're also
I
making.
can't see it blowing up.
No, I
Yeah.
can't see it being seen.
They're also making a Taken series with
At some point, you just gotta wonder if he's a
Well,
bad parent or not.
Here's the thing, yeah, exactly. That's another one I want to talk about. Like sequels that should not have been made. It's like, well, my daughter taken one thing, my daughter taken again.
But this time, we're all in a different country, and it's a happy vacation.
But no, it's actually not going to be another sequel. It's going to be a prequel. I'm going to tell how he got his particular set of skills.
That'd be. I always love that. I always love that line. I have a particular amount of skills. I just love that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's going to be about how he got those skills.
Good luck.
The other thing that's coming out, what I'm really excited for, is Mr. Science Theater 3000. Yeah, they got kickstarted apparently, and they're going to come with 6
As
episodes.
movie or TV
As a
show?
TV show. It's 6 episodes.
Is it gonna be one of those primetime shows, or is it gonna be like a Netflix thing?
It doesn't say. It's probably going to be a Netflix kind of thing, or like online. They come out a new Star Trek on CBS. You know that. Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yo, keep making the movies. The Star Trek movies are good.
Right?
I
With
like
J.J.
Star Trek.
Abrams at the hall,
like-
it's good.
Well, that was
Chris Pine.
that was
I like
a
Chris
great.
Chris Pine?
Yeah, Chris Pine.
Chris Pine is William Shatner.
No.
You didn't like him? Or
Yes, it was.
Who am I thinking? Who plays
Spock, Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, he does.
Spock?
Yeah, he does.
no,
No, no.
It's the man from American Horror Story.
Yeah, it's the
Wait.
man I was about to say it's
Hold
definitely.
up.
I no.
Hold up.
He's the guy who plays Skylar in Skylar in Heroes.
My bad.
An anime I want to see, not rebooted but remastered.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yes. Read my mind.
I don't like
Exactly.
Cowboy Bebop.
You're
I know, I'm a
wrong.
terrible person.
You can leave now.
Yeah, I can leave. I
At
don't
any
know why.
moment.
I just tried watching it. It wasn't mine. It wasn't like something I enjoy. I mean, other people. It's a good anime. It's just not my like
Cup of tea.
cup of tea. Yeah, it's not like what I watch.
We want to talk about an anime that's been going on forever. Is Gundam.
Fuck you.
I know, all these animes I don't like.
I think so. There's just so many spin-offs and like and sequels to it. I can't keep up with it.
Still good, or-
It's still good. Yeah.
I gave
I
up.
watched most of it.
When I was a kid, I was very into like the mecha and robots. Now when I'm older, I'm just like I can't watch robots.
Yeah, that's my issue. I don't like mecha animes.
But
You guys watching the new Dragon Ball Z series?
I am. Yes.
Super. Is it good?
It's kind of cartoony.
Well, it's a cartoon.
These facts, though. I mean, it's a Japanese cartoon, but it is technically a cartoon.
No, I mean like the elements for it. It's not like
Childish? Are you?
It's kind of
kind of childish?
kind of more childish. More of it's leaning more towards the cartoony side, where it's like
Does it go back more towards Dragon Ball rather than
kind
Dragon
of.
Ball Z?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
okay
kind of
with
that.
Because I love Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is good.
How many seasons are out?
We got Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball.
You don't have
yeah.
don't have to watch GT though,
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
because it's an alternate world. It's like this is kind of just like a
Not
spin-off
good.
story. It's not that good.
not good. I know there's a lot of spin-offs too. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's just a lot of.
You only need to watch Dragon Ball Z, and then you can do. You can watch Kai if you feel like it, or you can go to
Dragon
Super.
Ball Z, but-
Remastered.
And, Ash vs. Evil is getting a remake.
Really?
Remake?
So,
I hear it's good. I hear it's good
With
though.
the same character. I haven't seen it, but it's supposed to be
I
really
hear
good.
good things.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
I even hear good things about Z Nation. But
Yeah.
Really?
I saw most of the first season. It's pretty good. I enjoy it.
I'm not a zombie dude. Walking Dead, I think, is terrible.
Yeah, I'll give you this. One thing I know, I'm pretty sure none of you guys have seen before that I want the second season of is Dark Matter. It's a sci-fi show, and it was really
I've
good.
heard of that before, actually. I think my English teacher was talking about it.
My dad and I watched it on Netflix, and I suggest
What
you watch
was
it.
what was the premise of that?
The premise is basically these 5 or 6 people on a spaceship, right? And they wake up out of cryostasis when their ship gets, damaged.
Yep.
They rush out, lose all their memories, and then find out that all of them are criminals with a really bad record. And they have to figure out who was trying to sabotage and kill everyone on board and trying to like. Just,
that's
it's
cool.
Really
I
good.
did.
It's
I
really
did see an
good.
episode of that. I need to finish it, but I like it so far.
It's really good, and it's really cool. It's like a low budget sci-fi show that goes back to just like the old days, but it's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
Dark Matter.
Sci-fi show that needs to come back for the second season is Firefly. I was not content with Serenity. I love Serenity, but it left me wanting more. You guys watch Firefly?
I've heard of it. My friends have talked about it before, and I need to watch
You are all
it.
evil. I don't watch it.
I like how if we don't conform or watch the same things Marty does, we're automatically on his. Yeah, and we're striking.
You know what? I'm happy there. I'll stay there. Yeah, we're going chill.
I'll convert you, my son.
Firefly is a really good sci-fi show. If you're into sci-fi, that's one you have to watch. Because it's older now. I think it was made in the 90s as well, maybe 2001. But it's really good. And I highly suggest it to anyone who likes like westerns. I feel like how it would be like it's a western.
Oh, really?
It's a western sci-fi. It's really good.
Those are always such an odd mix.
Right?
The
It
Western,
works out.
but yeah, somehow they make it work.
John Connor. Not John Connor. What was the one with
Terminator?
No, Terminator.
Does not deserve reboots. Oh my god.
Terminator Genesis.
And the Matrix. Stop.
How was?
No, but just Revelation, and then they had the friggin' anime show of it. Like, I didn't watch the anime. It was probably pretty decent, but like after Matrix 1, like that's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't need two.
You guys watch the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
No.
On CBS? That was a great show. I loved it.
Really?
I think
It was good.
It's just too much. They try to milk it too much. I'm like, the first one was like, all right, this is a pretty cool concept. Second one, you're like, all right, Judgment. Now the kid who's like, all about the first movie is like, he's back and like you see him as a kid. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 Rise of the Machines was a little bit getting towards the end of like stop making movies. And then once they
Salvation.
hit- I don't know.
Salvation.
People like it.
All right.
People like it. and
You
I'm just
had
like, I liked it.
you
It was a good premise.
You spent the first 3 movies building up to this great war, and have John Connor is so great in this war, and you get, what, 5 minutes of Christian Bale as John Connor on screen, saving, the cyborg. And like, the movie's all about the cyborg and Kyle Reese. It's all about that. It's not even about John Connor or about the war. It is a good premise, but like, I wanted to see the
If you
war.
want to see John Connor be a badass, watch Sarah Connor Chronicles, because it goes along in between 2 and 3 when his mom is still alive and she's teaching him to survive in this world where more robots come to kill him. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And I kind of wanted that to be rebooted, but I guess not, because it's not that old. It's like 2010, I think.
I like how the Terminator himself was like, basically like, they pointed out in the 3rd movie, has like, you're the closest thing I've ever had to a father. Just like, imagine
He
that.
had no feelings. Like he had to tell him to not kill people.
That was a premise in Terminator Genesis I was okay with. It was like he went back in time, got her as a baby, or as like a little kid, and then raised her. It was like, okay then.
I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that.
I won't watch it. I won't even.
I want to see it just because like Emily Clark's in it. No, sorry, Amelia Clark's in it. And, like she apparently did a very good job. Oh, okay, you're going for that aspect.
Well, I came to watch the movie to help finish the movie, but
Yeah, that's why I watch Game of Thrones. And there we go. So thank you guys for joining me on this podcast about reboots. Hopefully you'll be with me in the future for more podcasts. Obviously Marty is going to be taking over as host soon, so you'll be on future podcasts as well.
Hopefully.
So hope you guys like this and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.